Hey everybody, welcome to a new episode of Dr. Retro's Video Game Finds. There's a whole lot of stuff come in this week. It's also from the Retro Convention in Oberhausen, Germany last weekend, so let's get started and not waste too much time. First, some handheld games. This is Tailgater USA coded Game Boy game, and this is quite a rare game. That's why I picked up just the cartridge. This is Ninja Cup, one of the rarest European PAL. No, not really PAL, because there's no PAL in Game Boy Advance, but European released Game Boy games, Game Boy Advance games. The box is in, the back is good, but the front is really sun faded. But this is a really rare game, and also quite a good game, I believe. Then Konami Crazy Racers, Dr. Franken 2, Mega Man 2 for my own collection, an upgrade, because this box is in great condition, mine isn't. Zelda Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages. Then, all for my own collection, Castlevania Portrait of Ruin, which is my favorite Castlevania on the DS. Castlevania Order of Ecclesia, Chrono Trigger, finally have a real copy. Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, and Professor Layton and Pandora's Box, the Dutch version. And that one's actually for my mom. Some PC stuff, The Ultimate Doom, Hellfire, the Diablo expansion, Ultima Underworld, The Stygian Abyss, and Ultima Underworld 2, Labyrinth of Worlds, Mortal Kombat 3, Mortal Kombat 2, GTA 2, Hitman Contracts, Worms Part 1, Alone in the Dark 2, Star Wars Dark Forces, Alone in the Dark 3, Little Big Adventure 2. Need I mention that's the best game ever? Don't think so, right? Alone in the Dark. This is a unofficial expansion for Command & Conquer Red Alert. It's one of those extra maps, extra options things. Same goes for Are You Ready and Alert. Red Alert 1012 extra levels, Code Red. Those are all expansions, just like this one, Conqueror's Additional. All unofficial Command & Conquer add-ons. Command & Conquer Covert Operations, Command & Conquer, Outlaws, Tomb Raider, and Voyeur 2. A bunch of cartridges for the Atari 2600, and there's a lot of weird stuff in here. For instance, take this one, Pac-Kong. It's a mix-up of Pac-Man and Donkey Kong, and it shows a transformer on the front. So, how cheesy do you want it? Tennis, Circus Atari, 4-game in 1, and it has 2 dip switches on the front here. So that's probably for selecting the game. And does it show on the front how you open it? Yeah. If you put both to the right, you get Open Sesame. Right and left, you get Bobby is Going Home. It's a really cool system. Basketball, Solar Fox, Home Vision 4, shows a penguin on the front, Football Soccer, Championship Soccer, Combat, and Demon Attack. Then over here we have a flip cartridge, or a double ender, and it's cartridge at both ends, 2 games, Spike's Peak and Ghost Manor. I had never seen these before. The guy told me there's about 5 or 6 different releases in this format. Then Jungle Boy, Phantom Panzer, Steinenkampf, Space Invaders, Tomboy, has the same front, you see. This is the real version probably, or, yeah, well, it looks like a pirate as well, but it's called Tomboy. And then here you have Jungle Boy, which has same front. Maybe it's the same game in a different language release, I have no clue. Landungskommando, Super Cowboy Beim Rodeo, Berserk, Mein Weg, Vegas Rules and Home Rules, Super Ferrari, Galactic, Skydiver, another Galactic but with a really messed up label, Bomb Wall Defender, Autorennen, Home Vision 6, this one has a skiing guy on front with a rifle. This is Infiltrate, Surround, and the last one is Rüstenschlacht, German title. This is a set of Amiga / Commodore 64 stuff. Mobius, which appears to be a fighting game with RPG influences. A book of Ultima 7, Key to the Black Gate. Another book for Ultima 6, The False Prophet. Then we have Ultima 4, Quest of the Avatar. I was really hoping this was the PC version when I bought the set, but this is unfortunately an Amiga version. Same goes for Ultima 5, Warriors of Destiny, and Ultima 3, Exodus. but the set came with more Ultimas, and you'll see those later with the PC games. I haven't shown you any PC big box games yet, so here it comes the first bunch. Carmageddon, Ring Cycle, Rainbow Six Gold Pack Edition, Starship Troopers, and this one is still sealed, as you can see. Campaign, Airbox version 1.2, also sealed. SWAT 2 and Wing Commander 3 Heart of the Tiger. Second bunch of big box games. Trantor The Last Stormtrooper, and this is really old, as you can see. It's on one 5.25 inch floppy. Then Phantasmagoria, Gabriel Knight Sins of the Fathers, which is the first part. Mega Fortress, Quake 2, Angel Devoid, and this is an evaluation copy, as you can see here on the bottom. So yeah, this is probably what the press got. I'm not sure, never seen that before in PC games. Got a couple more of those coming later. And Roberta Williams Anthology, which is yeah, a great set of 14 different games made by Roberta Williams, including Phantasmagoria, all the King's Quest games, etc. Mystery House, really cool. Last couple PC games for this part of the video. Space Bunnies Must Die. Never heard of it before, but the artwork looks great, but the gameplay shots look, yeah, quite bad. Descent, Asheron's Call, and the last one is One Step Beyond, featuring Colin Curley. Never heard of that before. These are some games I'm really happy to have found on the retro convention in Germany, because I do have a TurboGrafx 16 console, but I only have Bonk's Adventure, and now I have 4 more games. So this is Galaga 90, Galaga's a really cool shoot 'em up game, Ordyne, Keith Courage in Alpha Zones, and Double Dungeons. So that makes my collection of TurboGrafx games go from 1 to 5. Then Batman Returns for the Sega Mega CD. I had this, played it, liked it, accidentally actually sold it. So now I have an extra copy, a new copy actually. And NBA Jam TE for the Sega Mega Drive. PlayStation 1 games. This first one, Battle Arena Toshin, and I mentioned it before in videos that it was the only one I was still looking for from the series. And a fellow PlayStation collector, Razorblade, heard that, found one, contacted me. I met him at the retro convention in Oberhausen, and we traded this one. So now I finally have the complete set. Then things I found over there: Suikoden, The Crow, but then sealed, Slamscape, sealed, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, the non-big box version. So this is just the single case, and this is actually a lot rarer than the limited edition version. Devil's Deception, and the last one is King's Field. Time for some Nintendo stuff. The Lost Vikings NTSC version. Same goes for Battletoads and Battlemaniacs, the American version. Then Metroid Complete on the NES. Harley's Humongous Adventure Complete for the SNES. Super Chase HQ, the American version, and as you can see, this box is really faded, but it was traded in. Blazion, the Cyborg Challenge. Mystical Ninja starring Gumon, and I don't have this one. I have part 2, so that one I'm keeping. And International Superstar Soccer 2000 for the Nintendo 64, which is, I believe, quite a rare football game. One of the few soccer games that is worth picking up. I'm not 100% sure yet, haven't looked it up, but that's what my my spidey senses said, so that's why I took it. Some big boxes for my own humble PC collection. Companions of Xanth, and this is also a promotional copy, not for resale. And it says paper book is not included, because there should be a book included. Also, it's based on the book Demons Don't Dream by Piers Anthony. And then when you check the back of the box about how this game plays or looks. Game beautifully captures the magical word of Xanth by Piers Anthony. So that's the guy endorsing his own game. Yeah, what did you think? No, the game sucks. King's Quest 7 version 2. This one is the Windows 95 version. Got released later, has some extra options, etc. The Dig, a LucasArts adventure, goes nice with the rest of my LucasArts adventure collection. Then the Magic Candle Part 2, the 4th and 40, which is a really old RPG, as you can see on the back of the box. Then we have System Shock, a really cool FPS game that is a predecessor to BioShock. I already have part 2, so now I have both of the System Shock games. And this last one, Pinball Dreams, is one of my favorite pinball series. Actually, part 2, Pinball Fantasies, I like a bit more, but this one is also really cool, so I'm happy to have that. I showed you the Amiga Ultimas before, and these are the PC Ultimas that I'm keeping. Ultima 6, the False Prophet. Ultima 8, Pagan. Then we have Spellcasting 101, Sorcerers Get All the Girls. And yeah, what can I say about that? Looks really special. And when I check the graphics, it's yeah, again, special. I had heard of this game before, and I wanted it in my collection because it looks so strange. It kind of makes me think about Revenge of the Nerds for no reason that I can think of. Then Dune, the original first release with 5.25-inch floppies. And this is an adventure game, not an RTS, which I first believed it was. Police Quest 1, the re-released version, so also the enhanced edition, and the 11th Hour. I had this version, but the box was in horrible shape, so now I finally have a good version. These first two games are some I really played a lot during my childhood. California Games, I played this a lot at a friend's house who was living nearby, and I always went to his house to play the skateboarding part of this game. Then Quest for the Crown, King's Quest 1. So that's finally a complete King's Quest set for me. There's a lot of different versions out there, but now I have at least a big box version of every one of the King's Quest games. Then DuckTales 2, Quest for the Gold, or The Quest for Gold. And this is again a DOS game that I played a whole lot. Especially the part in the caves where you had to play with Huey, Dewey and Louie and just swing your rope and get to treasure. Really loved that. Space Quest Collection, the first release. This is the release with 1 through 5, and I already have the 1 through 6 re-release. And Ultima 7, the Black Gate. Loom is this week's last PC game, and this is just a jewel case, but finding this game in big box version is near impossible. This game is incredibly rare, and it's a LucasArts adventure, so yeah, you can think of the price as well. This is just a jewel case, but for a rare exception I'll keep this in my collection instead of selling it. But I'm still looking for the big box version. Then 2 Neo Geo AES games. First one of King of the Monsters 2. Here you see some gameplay shots. You play a monster and you beat up pretty much everything that moves, or that even doesn't move, like buildings. And then we have Fatal Fury 3, Road to Final Victory. I believe I now have the complete Fatal Fury set, including Garou Mark of the Wolves. The earlier Fatal Fury games are not really fun in my opinion, but the later ones have great fighting systems and great graphics. So that's Fatal Fury 3 for the Neo Geo AES. Then some press kits, and I actually found these at a convention, and that's quite rare because you hardly ever find those. This is Gangs of London for the PSP. This is in German, unfortunately. The next one is Buzz, the Hollywood Quiz, and this is in English. I already had that one. Then we have The Getaway, which I didn't have. And the last one, also the last game in this video, is something really rare, also something quite small, but something I'm really happy with. And it's the Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty promo/press kit edition. It is nothing special, because it's just a tin box, and inside there's a promo, and that's it. But this is incredibly rare. And when something is incredibly rare in Metal Gear Solid, then it means it's also really valuable, because there are a lot of people collecting for this series. But it's a press kit. I collect press kits. I love Metal Gear Solid, so I'm keeping this. Great addition to my collection, and a great thing to find at a convention. So that was it for this week. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you have any questions, if you want to see more, check out my channel or send me a message. Also like me on Facebook to stay up to date on everything. And of course, see you next time. Bye bye.